What's going on, guys? Asher with Hidden Profits Crypto here. Before we get into today's video, as usual, I want to give a huge thanks to anybody who's been supporting the channel. We got a lot of new subs, so if you are new, welcome. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure to do so. We upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We show a lot of low cap altcoins, hidden gems, and a lot of other really great projects, so you guys aren't going to want to miss out on that. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. All right, so for today's video, we're going to be taking a first look at a project called Nervos Network. Now, Nervos Network is an open blockchain platform. Their main focus is interoperability between multiple blockchains, so developers can basically build their app all on the CKB network, and then they have access to basically all the blockchains. I do think there's a need for this, as there is so many blockchains, so many wallets, so much different things you have to do between different chains. So that's where I definitely think this project shines. Without getting into it too much, we are going to take a look at the website, the CoinMarketCap, and we're going to do a little bit of price analysis at the end. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so here we are at the Twitter, Nervos Network. Nervos is an open blockchain platform for innovators to build applications that are decentralized, autonomous, and universally accessible. So their website here is nervos.org. Joined in May of 2018. This project is relatively old. They've been around for quite a bit, which more or less is a good sign. A lot of projects that started back in 2018 or even before then that still haven't even really popped off to this day. A lot of them most of the time focus more on what the product actually does instead of just trying to shill it, and how a lot of these newer projects do nowadays. They focus on the tech first and not the marketing. But anyways, I wanted to show this tweet here so we can see here on November 4th, Godwoken, the EVM compatible layer 2 blockchain, is now live on mainnet beta. So with Godwoken and Force Bridge, which is another thing similar to Godwoken, with those live, Ethereum developers can use their existing code bases to port their dApps to CKB. So I think this is really going to be great for the project, just because there are so many dApps and a lot of developers still creating more apps on the Ethereum blockchain, and having this bridge between the two and having all of those projects be able to come over to CKB is really bullish for the project just as a whole. Now, if you're wondering what Force Bridge is, it's basically kind of the link there that gives the ability to have that cross compatibility. Anyways, let's go ahead and head over to the website and really get into this. All right, so here we are at the website, nervos.org. So you can see, like I said earlier, Godwoken is live. The EVM compatible layer is live, providing fastest, scalable, familiar platform for decentralized applications. So if you guys want to try to get into the whitelisting program, you can click learn more now and get into that. But anyways, beyond interoperability towards universal application. Early internet applications lived on segregated networks, needing different ways to access and interact. Now, in today's decentralized world, we again see this segregation into different ecosystems with poor interoperability. The Nervos Network solves this problem by offering a suite of integrated solutions that allow the developer to build universal apps. So you can access any asset from any blockchain, choose your interface, choose your crypto, and stick with it, but still access the entire space. The frustration of multiple wallets, exchanges, and seed phrases is no more with Nervos. So if you are a newer crypto user, it can be a kind of pain in the neck to deal with having so many different wallets, keeping track of which wallet goes with which token, which goes with which exchange, and it can just be a mess. So having the ability to have all these apps access all these different blockchains just from one spot is great. Operate dApps from any wallet or solution. Feel the power of universal apps as you navigate every one of them from your chosen solution. Nervos brings the dApp ecosystem to you and your wallet. You can code with flexibility and bring dApps from anywhere. So you can build on Nervos and have the ability to target any virtual machine, and then port the dApp across with ease and instantly have access to the entire blockchain ecosystem. And then layer 2 solutions for seamless scaling. So this project scales vertically, whereas like Cadena scales horizontally. So this goes from layer 1 to layer 2, and then the apps are built on layer 2 or any layers higher. It just depends on which layer the developers want to build on. Experience scalability in action with working powerful layer 2 scaling solutions. Watch your project scale straight away with built-in power of these crafted solutions. So here's a video here, kind of goes over the universal passport, which we are going to take more of a look at. Here's some of the main focuses of Nervos: secure and decentralized, optimize Nakamoto's consensus secured with ASIC-backed proof of work for maximum security and decentralization. Proof of work is basically the best when it comes to security compared to like proof of stake and all the other ones, because you have so many people, all the miners validating the transactions and all that. Sustainable store of value, sustainable crypto economics with a built-in store of value mechanism to solve some of the biggest sustainability challenges for public blockchains, and a layer 1 built for layer 2, unlimited flexibility and scalability through built-in working layer 2 solutions on top of the powerful Nervos CKB blockchain. So here is kind of the like summary of the roadmap. There is a longer one, but it just more or less goes into depth. Now, this project is relatively old. You can see here that the private sale was in 2018, with the public sale and mainnet launch in 2019, with 2021 kind of being the bigger year. So we are basically up to the Godwoken launch and the Light Client protocol. So you can see here XUDT and regulation compliance and extension. They're going to have their own smart contract language designed for CKB. Some similar things here would be like Solidity for Ethereum. Chia has Chia Lisp. Pact is for Cadena. So it's kind of the same situation there. They're going to have a Ganache-like CKB chain setup tool, which if you're not a developer, that probably means nothing to you. And payment and state channels. So you can meet the team. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here at the team. Now, I'm not going to go over everybody because the team is very big, but you guys can, as always, do your own research and go through and kind of check out each. But there is a relatively big team. You can see here 60 core developers, 86 total team members with 14 countries represented. And you can see that they were born in 2018. Now we are going to go up here to the universal passport. There was a few things that I wanted to show you guys here. So the barrier to entry for users wanting to make use of dApps is extremely high. Using blockchain products means creating wallets and mnemonic public and private keys for every time a user wants to utilize a new chain. The process has to be repeated from scratch. So there's different wallets for each chain, and then you got to deal with, you know, keeping track of all your keys, and it's a lot. So basically here, there's a real need for infrastructure that can solve the problem of interoperability between assets, apps, and users between multiple chains. And this is where Nervos comes in with the creation of the universal apps through the suite of developer tools known as your universal passport to blockchain. So you can see there's a guy, he's got basically all his addresses, Zcash, ETH, EOS, Bitcoin, all linked to him. So Nervos has built a suite of tools, which we have called the Universal Passport. And this is our solution to creating the next generation of interoperability that will empower the creation of universal applications, apps that transcend individual blockchains to work seamlessly across every chain in the ecosystem. So these tools are the Polyjuice, Force Bridge, and the PW core. So these components are based on top of the flexible underlying public chain, which is Nervos CKB. Through the power of the underlying public chain of Nervos CKB, the layer 2 components, applications, users, and assets have access to a blockchain ecosystem that is likened to the internet as we know it today. So this basically goes over, so you got like the Portal wallet, the Force Bridge, and Polyjuice. So these are a little bit more in the technical side. If you're not a developer, you probably don't really care about these. But I will just say, I think this is great. This is definitely the core of the project. Being able to have all developers just build on top of your blockchain and access all the other blockchains is going to be huge. So that's definitely why I think this project has a lot of potential. And I think they haven't even gotten started yet with like people really knowing about the project, hence why the price is as low as we will take a look at. So here's the ecosystem. You can see infrastructures, NFTs and gaming, some projects they're working with, the CKB Explorer, which we'll take a look at here in a second, community, and all the wallets and tooling down here at the bottom, as well as some business partners and investors and different mining pools. Like I said, if you're a miner and you're interested in that, here's some of the pools that you have, as well as audits and things like that. All right, so I just wanted to take a quick last look at the token on here. So you have CKB or CK Byte. So it's a cryptocurrency that can be used to store value like Bitcoin, or value token behind smart contracts like ETH. You can store, execute, or even rent space on the Nervos blockchain with CK Bytes. This token is available on a large amount of exchanges if you guys are interested. But not only something to keep in mind is, so just like Cadena, where you need KDA to basically do anything throughout the ecosystem. So like with KD launch, you're gonna need KDA to get KDL, or KDX, you're gonna need KDA as well. So it'll be kind of a similar thing here. You'll need CKB to kind of get in on any of the IDOs for like launch pads. I know, I think it was like Yoki Swap or something like that, is one of like the first exchanges that's coming out for Nervos. So keep in mind for future utility, as these projects kind of grow, the utility for the token kind of goes up as well. So that's basically going to wrap that up. So I just wanted to quickly show this. This is explorer.nervos.org. This is the common knowledge base, which is basically like your BSC scan or any of those explorers. So you can check out, you know, any activity on wallets and transactions and all that kind of stuff here, as well as like the DAO and charts and some tokens. So just wanted to quickly throw that out here so you guys know that it exists. But let's go ahead and head over to the CoinMarketCap. I want to take a look at the market cap and all that, and the supply for the token. All right, so here we are on CoinMarketCap. You can see here the fully diluted market cap is below a billion. 24-hour volume is 114 million, with a market cap of 797 million. Now, this market cap is not very large. I definitely think this can easily be a $3 to $5 billion market cap. I think there's just a lot of utility here, and as more developers start getting their dApps on CKB, and then they have that interoperability with all these other blockchains, it will be great, as well as like DeFi apps and all that kind of stuff. So definitely keep that in mind. The total supply is 34.5 billion. With a circulating supply of 28.73 billion CKB. So if we take a look here quickly at the CerTick audit, so here we can see on the CerTick audit that the security level is very high confidence. So that's great. Source code is there. Here's their GitHub. So all their information for their GitHubs here, if you guys want to check that out. But I just wanted to quickly show this audit off. Anyways, lastly, let's go ahead and head over to the trading view chart, and we're going to see what the price is looking like. All right, so here we are at the CKB USDT chart on TradingView. Now I am looking at the KuCoin pairing. If you guys know, one of the main exchanges that I use is KuCoin. There is a referral link down in the description if you guys do decide to pick up some of this and you want to use KuCoin, or you don't have an account yet, use that referral link down below. It supports the channel. So what I'm basically looking at here is, it looks like there is a possibility of a ascending triangle. But there's really not enough touches on this top resistance for me to be 100% confirmed in the idea that this is an ascending triangle. But we do have a uptrend with these higher lows. But the main thing that I am looking at here is this rounding bottom. Now, this is the daily chart. You can see here we do have this resistance at about 4 cents. I do think if this rounding bottom does play out and it breaks to the upside, there's a good chance to see prices in between maybe 8 to 12 cents. I guess we'll kind of just have to see what happens, but I definitely think this is building up towards a move to the upside. It is in an uptrend, so I wouldn't really look for any more downside unless this rounding bottom is kind of broke. If you do break this rounding bottom, I would look at the next support being within this white trend line here. And if it breaks that trend line, then I would expect a large amount of downside, but I doubt that will play out. Now, another possibility I wanted to bring to your attention, when you do see these rounding bottoms, a lot of times that will form a cup and handle. When you get a cup and handle, you're getting this rounding bottom here, and then you can see another kind of smaller rounding bottom, which forms the handle of the cup. And then most of the time that will break to the upside, as it is a bullish pattern. So keep that in the back of your head. If you are checking the price charts, if you see that handle forming, then you know more or less it more than likely will break to the upside. But anyways, I will be keeping a lookout on Nervos. It's definitely very promising chart wise. If this rounding bottom plays out, definitely going to want to be in for it. Anyways, guys, it's going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think about Nervos. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe and tick that notification bell so you guys don't miss any videos that I have coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Until next time, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.